Okay, what's going on YouTube? This is your man, Intergalactic Brew, and I'm here to do a video about the self-proclaimed best pound for pound fighter in mixed martial arts, Anderson the Spider Silva. Now before I get started, I must say that UFC 134 Rio was a classic pay-per-view. Just exciting fights from beginning to end. Some highlight reel finishes for the most part. This is probably the first UFC pay-per-view where I didn't see anybody get submitted. I mean, it was strictly all knockout finishes, so that was just splendid. So, congratulations, to all the fighters that won. And yeah, man, that I told everybody it was going to be a pay-per-view to remember, and I made good on my promise. So there you have it. But let's get down to the nitty-gritty. So here we are now. Anderson Silva still has not lost a fight. Okay. He's still undefeated. And again, other than Chael Sonnen, no other opponent that he's faced in the middleweight division has really given him a good challenge. So, I was contemplating last night, on my way home from watching the pay-per-view, that is. What is it about Anderson Silva that seems to throw everybody off? I mean, is it, the way he looks into his opponent's eyes? Is it his appearance? Is it because, they fear his striking style? I don't know. I mean, I'm just trying to figure out what is preventing all of these guys from getting in the octagon and going straight after this man when the referee says fight. I just want to know. And this is why I'm posing this question to everybody on here at YouTube who does MMA videos. I want to get your own personal responses on what do you think about Anderson Silva that makes him so great. Now, matter of fact, I'll do you one better. I want y'all to tell me, what is it about his presence that keeps his opponents so sidetracked that they just completely throw all the strategy and the game planning out of the window. I just want to know, because it has to come a point in time where somebody has got to give this guy a good fight. And you're going to tell me only one man out of 12 other men has been able to do that? I mean, forget about, all the excuses about, Chael Sonnen was on steroids and all this other stuff. That debate is going to go on forever and ever and ever. Because really, technically, he's actually really not on steroids. Well, okay, I'll say this. He probably was or whatever, but he had a reason for taking that. That's the thing people tend to ignore. That is the truth. Chael Sonnen had a medical excuse for taking those performance-enhancing drugs. It was a medical condition he has had since he was 12 years of age, I believe you said. But no, everybody just looks at the title. PED. That's what everybody looks at. They don't look at the reason why he took that. I can understand, you know, if he didn't have a reason. But I actually sat down and watched the trial. I watched every little bit of it, and I paid attention to every single detail. And I think that's what a lot of y'all should have done too. Because I think if y'all would have actually took the time and watched that trial, y'all probably may not be accusing them like y'all are. But anyway, this video is not about Chael Sonnen. Back to Anderson Silva though. But yeah, man, I mean, one man out of 12 other opponents has given this man a real fight, you know, that has not been, you know, intimidated or overwhelmed by, you know, his presence. You know, just went in there and just got after him from the start of the bell. How is that? I mean, it has to be something. It has to be something that, you know, makes these guys freeze in awe of this man. It has to. I mean, is it because he's tall and has long limbs? I mean, what is it? Is it his entrance music? I mean, what is it? I mean, I don't understand. Y'all, that's why I'm asking y'all to help me out, because I really don't know. You know. And Yushin Okami, man. You know, that was real. That was real disappointing. Because not only did Yushin get beat, but he got humiliated at the same time. See, that's the part that really rubs me the wrong way. It's one thing to get defeated, but it's another thing to get humiliated. You know. And, you know, I believed in Okami, and I thought this was going to be that one night where Yushin just stepped out of his comfort zone, and, you know, just basically went in there and just jumped on Anderson from the beginning of the fight. But, you know, I guess I was wrong. So I just want to know, what is it about this man that gets, you know, everybody so mesmerized? That's what I want to know. Because, I mean, you know, I'm not mad that he's undefeated. I'm not. I'm really not. I mean, he deserves to be where he is. You know, he has been a great champion for these past 4 years that he's been in the UFC. So, I'm not upset about that. The thing that I'm upset about is I'm upset that out of all these 12 men that have fought this man, it seems like as soon as they step in the ring with him, you know, it's like they're scared. I'm just going to straight up say it how I feel. They're scared. And I don't understand why they should be scared. And these guys are supposed to be, you know, tough, you know, and supposed to be well trained and, you know, all this other stuff. And then they just get in the octagon and it's just like, you know, I don't know what they expect. I really don't. And it's like, this guy is giving you an opportunity. When Anderson is there just gazing you and trying to figure out your timing, that's the opportunity where you should go and jump in on him. That's when you should immediately start putting the pressure on him, making him back up into the octagon constantly with punches, kicks, whatever. That is the perfect opportunity. But even with that, dudes still don't take advantage of it. And I don't understand why. I really don't. You know, and Yushin was, another prime example of that. So I want to know from the MMA YouTube community, whether you're an Anderson Silva fan, whether you're a Yushin Okami fan, whoever you're a fan of, I don't care who it is. But I just want to know one question. What is it about this man's presence that keeps these guys unfocused? Seriously though. I mean, really. I just don't know. And that's why I want y'all's opinion. Because apparently it has to be something. It has to be something. But, yeah. I don't know. I don't know, man. Looks like, Chael might be the only guy that has the ability to beat Anderson for the championship. The question is when is he going to get that chance again? Personally, I think it'll be soon. Matter of fact, it'll be much sooner than we all think. They just need to set the time, the date, and the place. But, yeah. I just need to know that. Because, I understand that this guy trains very, very hard and very diligently, and very consistently. But even with all that said, he still has weaknesses. It's just that nobody has the guts to really get in his face and find out what they are. They're there, but it seems like people just don't want to find them. And that's because they're scared. And going back to Chael, and I know y'all are not going to like this, and I know y'all are probably going to start busting my chops for the comment I just made earlier about Chael, but then again, he's got a good point. A lot of guys are intimidated by him. They really are. And my thing is, y'all cannot be mad at Sonnen because he's not afraid to get in there and actually fight Anderson Silva. Like, literally walk across the octagon, just like he says, get in his face, and hit him. He's not afraid to do that, even if he does get hit. So, y'all can't fault him for that. That's how all his opponents should be. All his opponents should not be afraid to walk across the cage when the referee says fight and the bell rings, to walk across the octagon and hit Anderson Silva in the face. You shouldn't, even if you get hit back. Okay, so what? You gotta take something to get something. So there you go. But yeah, I just want to know though, because this really doesn't make any sense to me. That 12 guys that he's fought, with the exception of one, even though he lost, gave him the best challenge. 1 out of 12 guys. There's got to be something more to that, man. Because, Anderson Silva can lose. And whether y'all want to accept this or not, people, he is going to lose soon. It's going to take the right opponent, and it's going to take a special opponent, most likely. But anyway, y'all holler back at me when y'all find the answer to that. I'm out.